Spider-Man Edge of Time, a game that nobody really talks about and a game that's mostly forgotten. Whenever you hear someone mention the older Spider-Man games, you're most likely to hear about Shattered Dimensions or Spider-Man 3, the movie, the game. Everyone knows that one, right?
What's gotten into you lately?
Nothing that's stopping your gums from flapping wouldn't solve.
But today, Edge of Time is getting the spotlight, and we're gonna find out if it's ass or not. Plus, at the end of the video, I'll be giving it my definitive rating on the game's features through my very own score sheet, so let's dive in. Hey, bruh. Alright, bruh. It's Spider-Man, Edge of Time. I hope you're ready for an epic adventure, because I know I am. We're starting off cold here, bruh. We are starting off cold AF right now. So, upon loading up the game, we get this awesome main menu of Spider-Man holding... Spider-Man? Yeah, dude, you know this is about to get crazy. What about a box throw up, dude? Gotta eat this guy's box.
Eddie Brock, listen to me. Eddie, this
Spider-Man looks really good. This Spider-Man model? W.
Eddie,
Alright,
you're
give me
not a killer anymore. Don't you get it? You're not in your right mind.
And just like that, we were fighting Anti-Venom. And let's be for real, bro, we never get to see Anti-Venom nowadays. Plus, this game gives Spider-Man this like after-image effect that actually goes pretty hard, but despite having ultimate swag points, Anti-Venom rocks our shit into the ground. Man, bro, chill, bro. Brother, you get off me, dog. And for the first time in my experience, we start off a superhero game with the superhero dead. Bro is dead. Earlier in the future. Sorry. And with that, we get slapped across the face with the hardest cinematic I've ever seen. We learn about how other Spider-Man, Michael O'Hara, has been suspicious about a man that goes by Mr. Sack and his time-traveling debauchery. Oh, and you'll learn why we call him Mr. Sack later. But with the villain established in the futuristic setting set, Edge of Time decides to bless us with a really cool Spider-Man web-swinging scene. Honestly, it's super nostalgic, has a unique vibe, and it's just so good.
And he's not been changing.
That shit looks sick, dude. Honestly, so far, dude.
He's been siphoning Alchemax resources into
vibing with these cinematics,
the old
man.
virtual unreality lab into something else. Something dangerous. I've tried talking to him, but he's got no time for Miguel O'Hara. He will make time for Spider-Man.
So far? Look at these angles, dude. This is vibey. This is awesome. Dude, so far, listen, bro, like I got a soft spot in my heart for like old games like this, bro. So like nothing's happening, but like I just love this, bro. New experience. Ooh. Oh, and yeah, after that, literally nothing happened. I mean, seriously, I think I crawled through every room in the building with the 5 miles of vents this place had.
During the day, as Miguel O'Hara, Alchemax geneticist, I could have walked right in. But at night, the security protocols kick in.
This guy say he's a dentist? Bro, his shit look grippy. And after that uncomfortably long vent sequence, we get introduced to the villain himself, Mr. Sack.
Holographic assistant online. How may I serve you, Mr. Sloan?
Hello, Joseph. Run a final check and initiate security bioscans.
Dude, it actually looks like my nutsack. Luckily for us, we had even more vents to explore as we stalked our prey and his biggest fan.
Alchemax should be thanking me. Stark Fujikawa Industries is going to take over this entire corporation, unless someone steps up to prevent it.
You're the only one who thinks outside the box enough to do it, sir.
Blazer,
Yes, Joseph,
L
I know.
Glazer, D1 in that man, bro. Get off his
I
wiener.
knew he was up to something.
Then, after the most sci-fi, futuristic Tetris-styled bioscanner, we get hit with what might be the coldest line I've ever heard.
Bioscan sequence failed.
Ooh.
This thing's so oversensitive, an ant probably crawled into it and threw it away.
Wait.
An ant? More like a spider. I think it picked me up. Gotta get out of range.
And now, it was finally time to explore Alchemax. Bro, is this like an upgrade station? Bro, I unlocked Joseph, bro. I unlocked Joseph. Let's go, dude. I unlocked Joseph, bro. Let's go to shit.
I don't have a clue how to shut it down.
Conservate. And here, we finally catch up to Mr. Sack. Upon trying to stop him, we find out it's too late, leading to Spider-Man's death and the changing of the past. At this point, everything turns hecka evil, and despite the world now being drenched with aura, we just can't let this shit slide. So to prevent this, Michael gets in contact with Peter, where we get a glimpse of him and his El Riz.
Back around Peter Parker's time.
Go see a show. MJ, I would love to, but I'm working with Dr. Octavius in the genetics lab on a DNA project.
Permanent files, huh?
Great.
Oh my
200
god.
years from now, we can...
Then we establish this like in-brain FaceTime feature with Peter and Michael, which is how they communicate through the rest of the story.
Who's that? Who's talking? Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man from 2099.
Are the other me's in my head too? I'm gonna do what I think is right, and that means going after bad guys. You want a Spider-Man who'll do whatever you want? Go play a video game.
For the first time now, we get our hands on actual Spider-Man, and the gameplay is, well, damn near the same thing. Playing as Peter Spidey is better, in my opinion. I like it more, but honestly, you just hit 2 buttons over and over again for combos, which makes the fighting kind of just feel like a slog. I am interested in the story though, so that was the driving reason for me to keep pushing through. I slept for 3 hours last night.
You're holding back, Eddie.
Right now.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm tooted up. Holy
Maybe you
shit.
can. Parker, you're making this harder for me, not easier.
Making it harder for me too. Oh, bro, you see that little spider over there, bro? Right there on the tree. I want to get inside the little park. The Peter Park. Dude, I'm on it tonight, dude. I'm so good with this shit.
Wow, Alchemax isn't kidding around.
Alright. What the fuck was that? I know somebody felt that in their loins, bruh. Oh, dude, cold. Oh, shit. Ooh, I'm cold. I'm crazy. Goofy. You're goofy as fuck for that. You're goofy. Brother. Flawless.
Get the shock out of my way.
Dude, you gotta stop doing that. I cannot take this man seriously. Get this shock out of my way, looking ass boy. Now, we get our first encounter with Anti-Venom, leading us to chasing him down through the lab. But first, I really had to take a moment to appreciate this suit. Dude, his spider suit just looks so good, bro. Like, the eyes aren't my favorite. They're not my favorite eyes. But, like, the rest of the suit, like, the colors and everything. And honestly, even, like, the build, like, despite, like, the lurky-ass walk, bro. It's a good fucking spider suit, dude. It's a good fucking spider suit. Anyways, turns out Mr. Sack has Eddie under some mind control thing, causing him to act, quote-unquote, more beastly, as he calls it. Cold.
Oh, man. Everything hurt. He took off again.
Bruh, I know your ass fucking seen that shit coming. Then we get introduced to some epic early 2000s laser room shenanigans and some truly awkward wall climbing mechanics. And controlling Spider-Man on the wall is horrendous. Who made this? You're fired. Now. Oh, and one of the more interesting aspects of the game are these sequences where you cause a butterfly effect that impacts the future, so you have to reverse it to help Michael. Generally, I don't love time-limited sequences, but it was a nice change of pace for Edge of Time. Dude, it's Apex Legends! After our trek in Peter's time era of Alchemax, we finally reached the point in which other Peter Parker had died. Listen, I'd be lying if I said I completely understood this, but hey, I'm trying. Anyways, we end up fighting Anti-Venom, ultimately getting decimated as we did in the beginning of the story. So, Michael hauls ass to the portal to provide some backup, in which he succeeds by bringing half-dead Peter Parker back to the future to revitalize him with the sci-fi healing chamber.
Why the shock didn't he listen to me? I should have found a way
can't keep doing
to get
this,
him to
man.
listen.
Can't keep doing this shit, man. Then, as Michael, we go back to the past to fight Anti-Venom and finish the job. 2099 Spidey's powers actually felt so much better to use against Anti-Venom and made it easy to clap his cheeks for the get back. Ultimately, knocking some sense back into Eddie, leading to a pretty cool scene.
Show you just how grateful I am!
No! Keep back! One side, you fool!
Wait. Wait, that could be insane though. But now, with both Spider-Mans in the wrong time era, our new objective is to try and fix the newly broken portal and get each of them back to where they belong. So, OG Spidey has to go find a way to do so on the future end of the time, meaning more Alchemax exploration. So with that, Alchemax is infested with the tentacles from the portal fusion thing, acting as a mildly inconvenient path blocker. All you gotta do is just shoot some web at them and they disappear. Nothing crazy. Then we have to get 3 keys to open the door, following to the next area of the game, and truthfully, I actually love this location. Indoor nature-esque domains always get points in my book, and it's also a nice difference from the silver everything. But immediately following this, we have to break 3 batteries to get through another door. Sure, you might be noticing a pattern. For some reason, and trust me when I say this, older games loved making you do things 3 times, and Edge of Time does it throughout the entire game. It's a trend I'm really happy is less common, but with this game it feels like a curse because every single objective feels like it has to be done 3 times. This unfortunately was the point in the game where it became extremely drawn out feeling and kind of made me want to just run through it even more. Skipping later into the game to another cool set piece, it's once again emboldened by doing the same thing 3 times to open a door, but now under a time limit. 1, 2, 3. Having fun yet? Me too. Oh, and literally the next few objectives are doing one thing 3 times, so I'll save both of us the energy and a couple minutes of our lives and skip past them. But hey, look, new dope location. I'm sure that this will be a boss fight or something, right? Oh, what's that? I have to get 3 keys to open this door? Oh. Anyways, after getting the 3 keys, we finally unlocked the archives which we needed to fix the portal. Then, after hacking into the mainframe, Peter Pikey does some snooping and learns that his beloved MJ was destined to die that night, before eventually convincing 2099 Spidey to save her.
It can be a huge mistake. I owe you, Miguel. Big time. Shocking right you do. Well, maybe this will help even the score for...
Now it's time to save the Huz. In the past Huz. Sorry. Anywho, after seeing what might be the most comic accurate Mary Jane I've seen in anything that's not a comic, we have to chase her through a lobby of tentacles, soldiers, and monsters before getting to this part that I actually really like, where you have to save her in a falling elevator. Now, truthfully, I actually really like this. It feels very, very Spider-Man, but the problem is that I'm horrible at these falling sections. I'm not even blaming it on the game, but it really just took me out of what otherwise is a segment I really like because I'm just so bad at it. But for progression's sake, let's just say that it was flawless. So, with a little bit of finesse, we finally save her and zip away with this OG Spider-Man web pool, taking some time for a neat combo between Michael, Miguel, and Mary Jane.
I just want to say thank you. You're as brave and unselfish as another guy who goes by the handle Spider-Man. You're a worthy successor to the name.
Thanks. I mean that.
But unfortunately, the wholesome moment doesn't last too long as we get a surprising appearance that on one hand is pretty absurd, but on the other hand, not entirely unwelcome. Bruh.
How much rejection is a girl supposed to take?
Black Cat? I was praying I was wrong. Felicia? What if they...
Help me, Spider. They gave me an anti-aging drug. For decades. Made me over.
Spider Sense going nuts.
So, we finally encountered Black Cat for an interesting fight. Bruh. Oh, dude, get fucking stepped on, bro. Get fucking flash stepped on, nerd. Alright, bro. Oh, that's crazy. Goofy on you. Oh, Goofy. I fucking murdered her.
Felicia.
What the fuck,
So
bro?
sorry.
Oh, he's so sorry.
And after kicking her ass, she spawns these like waves of big
God.
boobied women, and more than anything, it's honestly kind of hilarious.
Get fucking webbed up, John. This is crazy. I'm sorry, bro. This is wild. Dudes were shameless. This is hilarious, though, honestly.
Then, while making his way through Alchemax, we come across the big bad and brace ourselves for the big reveal. Turns out that the entire time the CEO is actually Peter Packy himself. Truthfully, I feel pretty meh. Supposedly, Bad Parker has made his way into the future with this anti-aging drug, which he just so happened to choose using on Black Cat. Kinda odd, but okay.
With great power comes great responsibility.
He said the thing.
Dude, there's so much to say about that scene. Hold on. Hold the phone, bruh. First off, Peter Parker would never do that shit, dude. Honestly, in no way, shape, or form could I ever see any Peter Parker in any situation fall into becoming a CEO and being power hungry, bruh. Like, or that's like just so not Peter. Second off, bruh is freaky. Like, bro developed the anti-aging shit and he used it on fucking Black Cat, bro. That's kind of creepy, bruh. And stop saying what the shock, dog. Stop doing that.
Freaky shit aside, we come into this pretty cool fan service room where we get to take a look at all these Spidey suits, and I always appreciate stuff like this, as it's a nice break from the rest of the game.
Never seen that before in my life, bro. That shit don't even got a mask though. So this is definitely some freaky shit. Dude, something is so strange about this man's gooch. I'm sorry. Someone had to say it. It's fucking flashing me in the face every time I have to call through event, so get over it.
So after that nice break, we get sucked into an absolute shitstorm, and I mean seriously, I do not get motion sick, but for the first time ever, my body had a physical reaction to a video game while crawling through this room.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is making me nauseous. What are these angles? Why would they do this? This is making me feel sick. Oh my god. This is actually making me feel motion sick. Who designed this? Oh my god. Sickening. Alrighty. You'd have me so beyond fucked up if you think I'm gonna do this shit again. Hey dude, I'm swinging through the air. What? Dude. I don't want to redo it again.
Sometimes quantum causality is not my friend.
Oh my god, I want to vomit.
Is this what you're looking for?
You know it is.
Carrying on
Well,
for
then
being
come
tortured
and
for
get
15 minutes, we run into Black Cat again for the real boss fight. The boss fight is terrible.
Oh, you went and get your ass beat? Cold.
You're slipping, son.
Not only do your hits not connect 50% of the time because she has random iframes, but bro, you have to beat her 3 times.
Like I was saying, despite how kind of absurd her design is, I gotta like it, bruh. The robotic cat claws, dude, goes kind of hard.
It was like old
Christ.
times, wasn't
Sorry.
it, Peter?
Bro's about to cheat. Bro's about to cheat. Bro is about to risk it all, dude. Insane. Wow, that boss fight was terrible.
With Black Cat beaten, both Spideys are finally able to return back to their time periods, but along with Peter came Atrocity, and Miguel has to stop the universe from collapsing. So with this, we finally head into Endgame territory.
Don't take a coffee break.
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that. Dude, if I was fighting a bunch of people that were fucking forced to be mutated on and turned into fucking freakish monsters, I would 100% be fucking shit on them and cracking one-liners, bro. You kidding me? If I have to do this 3 times, I'm gonna have to do this 3 times. I'm gonna have to do this 3 times. Count in. I don't know what it is, man, but like, I love this. I don't know why. I like this little thing here, bro. Little area, the music, you know. Spider-Man. Old. I'm about to fuck you guys. I don't know what I did.
First the windows, now the air duct. It's next.
That's actually really cool. That sounds really cool in my fucking episode. That's sick. This is sick. See, this is fucking cool, bro.
What's happening? Talk to me.
So in order for Mitchell to stop the time storm, we as Peterson have to collect DNA samples from Atrocity, and luckily after being snatched up by him, we end up in this exact place we need to be. So to get his DNA, we have to capture him in this gas room, Resident Evil 5 style, and draw his blood. But this time it's not so simple. With an absolutely unforeseeable twist, we have to actually do this 3 times.
Do this 3 times, don't I? Oh, that's so strange. There's 3 tubes. I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to do this.
Come on,
right?
Spidey, hurry with that DNA sample. It came through, but the strands are in pieces. Can you get another sample?
But honestly, all I could think about is if I was a kid when I played this part of the game would both scare and stress me out beyond belief, which is hilarious in retrospect.
Was that the
DNA strands integrated? Oh, no wonder I couldn't
That
get
the-
a read. That thing's a combination of
Omnitrix
Sloan,
sound?
Octavius,
Sorry.
and
Is that
This thing has a
RBG
gravity
flowing
reversal
to
system
the
to separate
floor?
out precious metals. I can use that to get the shock back up there.
Stop saying that. Sorry. Tired. It was a long day today. With the final section of the game approaching, Michelob makes his way over to Evil Peter, and Good Peter makes his way over to the portal. As we prepare for the final fight, Bad Parker tells Miguel to literally square up, so Miguel's like, bet, and makes his way over. Anyways, skipping all the bullshit, we get 2 pretty mediocre boss fights between Atrocity and Evil Peter with nothing too notable about either. The one thing I did want to give props to at the very least is Evil Peter's suit. The design is honestly pretty dope for a sci-fi boss, and I couldn't help but think, wow, this would be pretty sick in a Souls-like. But aside from that, nothing too interesting alongside hurting them the same way 3 times and finally beating the game.
It's all back to normal. Same here.
Okay, but if the timeline snapped back to normal, if none of it happened, how do you and I remember it? I mean, we've got 2 different sets of memories in our brains. Shouldn't that be making us, I don't know, crazy?
Crazy? We already dress in skin-tight costumes and fight bad guys for free.
Okay, crazy-er.
You really want a 5-hour lecture on temporal paradoxes?
Sure, why not? As it turns out, looks like I have all the time in the world.
So that was Spider-Man Edge of Time, and now it's finally time to hit this game with my super epic score sheet.
Alright people, so before we give Edge of Time its final score, we're going to go through and rate these elements one by one. Starting with gameplay, it's already looking a bit rough. I'd say the gameplay was fine for the first hour or so before turning extremely stale pretty quickly. In terms of fighting, there were some combos, but none of them felt worth doing, to be honest, so the combat really wasn't for me. The swinging was okay, not much to say about that. But the wall climbing was atrocious. Literally never in my life have I gotten motion sick from anything or any game, but this one actually managed to do it. Awful wall climbing. And bro, the repetition of doing everything 3 times was so boring. And once I became aware of it, it stole a lot of my attention. Took me out of the game completely. But aside from that, Edge of Time worked. All the mechanics did what they were supposed to, and the game was playable. I'm gonna give this 4. As for the story, I think it was fine. Nothing super memorable or extremely unique, but it was my driving force to continue the game. It overall held my interest, and despite not having too much to say about that, I think it was fine. Not amazing, not terrible. I'll give it a 6. As for stability, I'm gonna have to give it an NA because I'm playing it through an emulator. At the very least, I only ran into 1 bug throughout the entire playthrough, so yeah. Now on a brighter note, I loved the cinematics. They didn't hold back at all with these, and I loved every second of them. Like honestly, that part in the very beginning of the game where Miguel jumps out of his window will likely remain in my brain for eternity just because how cool it was. It really just has a flair that's unique to its time, so I'm going to give this section a solid 8. Definitely the strongest part of this game overall. Graphics. Honestly, a quick section to cover, but I was pretty impressed with the graphics on this game considering it's from 2011, and honestly doesn't look too bad now. Obviously it's no Cyberpunk, but I don't want to undercut it, so I'll give it a 7. It's not a game that's difficult to look at, and besides a few odd texture issues I came across, I enjoyed it visually overall. Now, timelessness. It is non-existent. Honestly, the biggest offender in this game being the doing something 3 times for literally every objective. I honestly forgot this was a thing because I think game devs realized that this wasn't the way to extend gameplay and tone this down a lot more over time. Like, dude, it's barely even a game of its time as it lacks engaging or in-depth gameplay and falls short when it comes to being innovative in any unique way. Unfortunately, it's just a very dated game, so I gotta give it a 2. Now, on to the absolute most opinion-based section on this list. I gotta go over art design. Bro, these costumes were amazing. Literally, I found myself just stopping and admiring both Peter and Miguel's suits while walking around because I just genuinely really liked them. And even the villains were designed pretty good. Evil Peter looked sick, Anti-Venom looked great, and I even loved Black Cat's design too, but I did not like Atrocity's design. That shit was gross and like not in a cool way. Aside from the characters, I didn't love all of the environments, but some of them were pretty enjoyable to be in and look at, especially if I disconnected them from the game. I appreciated the evil futuristic cities and the inside greenhouses, but there definitely was a lot of gray to go around. Overall, I'm not really hating. I'll give this a 7. And with that, my final official score for Spider-Man Edge of Time is a 5. Well, this is my first time making a video like this, and for some reason, editing really tuckers me out, but I'm trying to find my rhythm to be a little bit more consistent. Older games I'm planning on running back for this channel, so if you thought this was fun or enjoyed this, drop a like and let me know if there's any older games you'd like me to check out. Anyway, thanks for making it this far, and feel free to drop a sub to show some love or check out my art in the links below. That's all for today, so thanks guys, see ya.